It's not as simple as, oh, I'm putting this product on my hair. Is forcing coconut oil to bind to the water molecule. So you walk around the world, Craig, not just the city, but the world.
All kind of shit.
This is part 2 of the 369 hair growth pillar before the 7-day challenge. Let's get into it. Part 2.
Trust that exactly where you are is where you're meant to be. So keep your chin up so your crown doesn't fall. Remember, you're royalty.
Twist outs and our wash and goes. Within my 7-day hair growth challenge, I have to be honest, we have thousands of women who have had amazing results, and at this present time, whenever you go on the website, you can see how many women are actively doing the 7-day challenge and, you know, are still in the process of changing everything within the group. And right now there are over 140 women. I'll put the exact number right here. There are about 140 women actively within the 7-day challenge. But the biggest struggle that most women are having is letting go of their old patterns. The Team Natural community made us think that doing the twist out or doing co-washing actually amounted up to you doing your hair. And I know this is going to be a unpopular opinion. If you don't agree, you don't gotta be here, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is this: you just shampooing your hair and getting up and walking out the house does not constitute as you doing your hair. And one thing that we really have to accept as Black women, yes, it's irritating to do our hair, but you have to think about it like everybody's different, right? And I'm talking about races. At this point, yes, I'm talking about races. Everybody's different, but at the end of the day, everybody has the same pattern and the same routine to reach the same result. So what is the result? The result is long hair or healthy hair, right? What needs to happen? The scalp needs to stay clean so the sebum can come out, kill bacteria on the scalp that will slow down the hair growth cycle, lubricate the hair shaft, and feed moisture, antioxidants, and so many other things to the cortex. So all the moisture and everything that everybody is saying that you need is in sebum that's coming out of your scalp. It is a scientific fact, all right? By you having your hair in styles that make it impossible for you to comb your hair, limit you. Most women get stuck in the 7-day challenge because they're like, oh my God, well, I want to wear a twist out and I don't blow dry my hair and I don't do this to my hair because it's bad, and I don't like heat is bad, and combing your hair every day is bad, so you know I could do everything but this. And it's like, when you look at the common denominator, you have one group of women who can't get this resolved, and then you have every other group of women that can. And so then you have to look at the common denominator. What is the thing that this group of women is doing that this one isn't? Where do their patterns differ? When you are dealing with natural hair, what you are dealing with, and when I'm talking about natural hair, I'm talking about curly hair, so let me stop saying that. When we're talking about curly hair, we are talking about mechanical damage, because that is the thing that is slowing down the hair growth cycle. That is the thing that is sending the follicle into telogenal fluvium, and that is the thing that is breaking the ends and making it harder for you to retain length. Mechanical damage. What is mechanical damage? Mechanical damage is classified as the over manipulation manually, so with your hands or maybe like with braids or something like that, constantly. And mechanical damage can be done by you constantly combing your hair when the hair is weakest. When is the hair weakest? When it is wet. So if you're a person who's constantly combing the hair, if you're a person who's constantly doing twist outs, and when you do a twist out, you're reapplying product every day, right? And most of the products that you guys apply with the twist outs are water based, and any form of water is going to break the hydrogen bond. All right, so by you constantly doing that, you are also not able to comb the hair. And not combing the hair is something that is so freaking important because remember we talked about sebum. So the sebum needs to travel from the follicle down the hair shaft, and by you having a twist out, you were so hell-bent on the way that it looks that you don't want to comb it. And you also believe that combing your hair is bad. You believe that combing your hair is something that is going to damage it, where in reality it's the exact opposite. Your hair is a fiber that is still connected to your bloodstream, and the more you stimulate that fiber that is connected to the bloodstream, the more activity you give it, which then in return triggers more cells to be developed within the anagen phase of the hair growth cycle. And at every point in time, up to 85% of your hair, of your scalp, is in the anagen phase. So that means every second of the day you have the ability to stimulate your hair growth cells by simply combing your freaking hair. So then that means that you need to then set to the side all of these other, you know, Team Natural hacks or all of these other styles that you guys have been doing, and there's no style. You guys think that doing your hair is getting up, twisting it, and then that's it. And don't get mad at me, I'm just being honest. To be real, because I've been there before, it's laziness, you guys, because you have to think about how we sound to other women, right? Because you can wash your hair. As a woman with naturally curly hair, especially thick curly hair, you can wash your hair, flat iron it, and not touch your hair for 2 weeks. Longer than that if you wanted to, right? Maybe like 2-3 weeks if you wanted to. Versus a woman with naturally straight hair, she's washing her hair and blow drying it every single freaking day. Even if you had relaxed hair, would you want to do that? Would you want to wash your hair, blow dry it, and flat iron it every freaking day? Absolutely not. But that group of women does, and they have to make adjustments and live their lives a certain way so that that fits in. That's the same thing that we have to do as women with naturally curly hair. You don't just completely throw everything to the side. No, when you look at the things that make you different, that make your hair difficult, it's time for you to think of patterns that make it easiest for you to give your hair what it needs, which is the sebum that is coming from the scalp. The sebaceous gland has no other purpose but to produce sebum and to produce an acid that is going to clean the excess sebum and bacteria. That is its only use. So if you needed oil on your scalp, why would God put a gland in your scalp and on your skin that produces an oil that you don't need? That, like, number 2 is going to be product mixing. Everybody wants to be a chemist. Listen to me. You guys putting something like apple cider vinegar inside of a shampoo or apple cider vinegar inside of a conditioner, once apple cider vinegar goes into anything, whatever that product was that you purchased is no longer that product. Please understand that apple cider vinegar is pure acid. There is no nutritional value. Look on the back of apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is vitamins. You won't see like, oh, this percentage of zinc or magnesium, nothing. Everything is gonna say 0 across the board. Apple cider vinegar is an acid that is meant to cleanse. When you take it within the body, it is amazing because it cleanses out anything that isn't supposed to be there. On the hair shaft, slowly but surely, hair weathering will set in because it is an acid, and what it is meant to do is kill and burn and sizzle everything in its path. So by you mixing different products and different oils or apple cider vinegar and different things into products, you then change the entire chemical compound of a product. Let's say you used a shampoo, right? And let's say after you use this shampoo, your scalp started burning and sizzling and boils came up and everything, right? And let's say it really is the fault of that hair companies. If they can prove that you put apple cider vinegar or oil or anything within their formulation you're fresh out of luck. Like they can't be sued. There's nothing you can do about it. You should never change the formulation of a shampoo and conditioner. If you do not trust a shampoo and conditioner to do what it's meant to do, which is nothing but cleanse the scalp and the hair shaft, then do not buy it. Stop mixing things within products that are already made. Any chemist, any scientist will tell you that the second that you mix anything within a formulation, that formulation is completely null and void. Please don't put eggs or extra oil or extra herbs or apple cider vinegar or any type of vinegar or soy sauce or watermelon. I don't know. Stop putting stuff within products, all right? Stop doing it. You want to make your own products? I am not against that. Oh my God, make your own products and become like, you know, the next Madam CJ Walker. Oh baby, do it. Oh, send me some when you make it. But I want you guys to really be excellent within your pursuits. We're just like grabbing stuff out the kitchen, grabbing stuff off the shelves and then mixing it together, not understanding that there's a certain way that this goes. Hopefully I can find the video. I'll try to put it right here. The way that a chemist is actually using a oil or using a coconut is not the same way that you guys are using it. The way that they use olive oil is not the same way. It goes through a intense chemical process with machines that cost more than your house. Not more than your house, but more than your rent. For sure, probably. Oh, like whatever the chemist can do, I can do better. Like you really can't. You really can't, because they're not in there doing this. They understand the science. They put the mathematical equations inside of machines, and the machine performs whatever action they need it to perform based on the mathematical equation that they put in. Number 3 of pillar number 1 is fear and labels. We are so freaking scared of our own hair, and I get it. We fear what we don't understand, and because we don't understand our hair, because we don't understand what makes our hair different, because we've been made to feel like, oh my God, this is bad hair, you naturally think that it is something wrong with your hair. But what you don't understand is there's simply just another form and another pattern that you have to follow. You don't look like everybody else. Your hair doesn't look like everybody else's. So why would you have a pattern that matches theirs? The pattern is very simplistic, and it's so simple that you don't understand it. Yes, our hair can get curly and it can get straight, but just because you have one option that nobody else doesn't have, that nobody else has, does not mean that you are held, locked, and bent on that one option that others don't have. That means that your hair has the ability and the complexity to do something that others can't, and it is your job to figure out how to master both of those levels. Because upon doing this, no matter what happens, if you mess up, you always know how to fix it. Like, your hair is not like your ovaries, girl. If you mess them up, they'll grow back.
It is impossible for you to reach a solution if you do not first know the cause and the thing that led you to needing the solution in the first place. In part 3, we're going to break down even more causes that led everyone to these spaces. But do not worry, because you worrying, you stressing about where your hair is, where your scalp is, any bald and thinning is only going to produce more of it. Because the telogen phase of the hair growth cycle is the phase of the hair growth cycle where your hair is resting. You can repair the follicle, but you must follow the science. A product does not hold the solution to the science of your body. So subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and let's get into this science and have an open mind. I love you.
Trust that exactly where you are is where you're meant to be. So keep your chin up so your crown doesn't fall.